Well, you cannot hit me in front of all these witnesses. I'm going to provoke you. I'm going to provoke you into throwing a punch that's going to cost you $1 million.
Who's going to collect it?
I.
Your beneficiary. Even considering my layoff, do you think I can whip Joe Frazier?
Well, since your style of fighting is dependent on split-second timing, speed, coordination, as well as power, your reflexes will have suffered because of inactivity of 3 years. And in my opinion, the outcome would be very much in doubt. And I think there'll be a great many people who are willing to pay to see such a fight who will agree with me, that will come to see that fight. Only because they think...
Thinking I have a chance to get beat?
Not a chance. They believe you will get beat.
Who? Frazier with me?
The public will believe that because you have been out.
I'll talk to you later. Let me show you something.
You'll have to prove it in the ring. Not with words.
And not with an old man, right?
And not with an old man.
Well, exactly. I'm gonna show you something. You should see what I'm trying to say now. And you know Joe Frazier's style, don't you?
Yes, I think I do.
About like that, right? Now short arms. Well, hold it now. He don't move that fast.
That's the way he moves.
No, he don't move that fast.
Does.
Now look, this is all I have to do to Joe Frazier.
True.
Come on in. I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna hit me, Mr. Champion.
Come on in. I'm not gonna hit you.
I think you want to get even with me.
I'm not gonna hit you. Come here. Let me show you. This is what I'll do with Joe Frazier. Just jab, jab, keep my distance. Jab, jab. Bop, bop.
And when he does that...
No, he's not that good. I'm telling you, he's a slugger.
I'm an old man. If I can do it, he can do it.
I'm talking about Joe Frazier.
All right.
Hold it then, jab, jab. See, you're the scholar of boxing.
Don't give me that stuff.
Pop, 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 pop. No, he's not that fast, I'm telling you. Joe Frazier don't fight like this.
Yes, he does.
Now
he does.
His way to fight. This is Joe Frazier fighting me. Punches around, see? This is Joe Frazier. He's trying to duck him. What he's doing, he's catching him, see? And a real boxer, this is nothing but a target for a man who can stay on his toes, who can stick him. Like stay off range when he don't want to punch. When he's ready to punch, move in. Stick. That's what you do a man like Joe Frazier. Back off of him. Just keep boxing. Style. There's nowhere in the world from a man that don't have no footwork to catch me. You're even a welterweight. Keep your camera moving, because I'm kind of fast. Keep your camera moving. Lightweight's not this fast. Plus, I'm talking to him. I'm making him frustrated. Come on, chum. You're not no champ. Look at you, you're losing. You lost 3 rounds already. Come on now, I hit you 4 times. This world's a man. Are you gonna tell me that I can't still do this?
Well, you'll have to prove that in the ring.
People talk. I mean, just when you discuss boxing, I know you're a dignified, conservative, aristocratic man. You look like a principal, a school teacher, politician. You don't look like a fight manager. This is the image you have. But when you're discussing boxing or anything, I mean, you don't have to be so dignified with it. You don't have to have that necktie on or sitting beside a desk or with a necktie or something or a cigar in your mouth. I mean, this is what the people want to hear. You are a wise man. You know the business. I know the business. And we just been down to earth talking. This is the way people talk and discuss fighting. Why do we have to be so proper and so, conservative about it, huh? Well, diplomatic. So this is the fight talk, huh?
I agree with you. You're right, but just that I'm unaccustomed to it.
Well, you got to get accustomed to it.
I agree. As long as we have to do it in this fashion, I agree. You're quite right.
Yeah,
but a few times you and I agree.
And I like to say another thing. If I had a lower IQ, I could enjoy your conversation.
In September of 1970, after 3.5 years out of the ring as a result of his refusal to join the army, Mohammed was finally given a license to box an exhibition in Atlanta, Georgia.
got a little taller than I thought I would at times, but I was satisfied to be able to last 8 rounds and be just about 80% active all the way through. Just a 10-day notice. Although this is exhibition and I've been on 3 years, I've only had 10 days to really start training, knowing that this was coming off. Might have not been as fast as I wanted to be, but as long as I can go without really getting hit or shook up. It's a miracle for a man of my caliber, even top trainers, people like Jack Dempsey, Joe Frazier's training. All these people have been saying it's impossible for a fella to get in shape to do the job that I have to do. Various things that's happened to me and the write-ups and this and that for the past 3 years have made me much stronger and more determined to come back still a winner over many who predicted I won't. I look at this as I'm fighting for my freedom, not just a fight, but this is for my freedom. This is the way I look at it. All I want is the flash and the spirit when the bell rings from now on. And
Muhammad was given a license to fight Jerry Quarry in Atlanta. He gathered around him the same group of people whom he worked with before his license was revoked.
Bodine has been with me ever since I fought Doug Jones, and he's a lot of inspiration. In a fight, you can have 40,000 people hollering at the top of their voices in an exciting, thrilling moment, and over all those people, you can hear Bodine. Keep dancing, champ. You looking good, champ. Dance, dance, champ.
And he originated the saying, float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I want you to just meet Bodine, just for a minute. Come here, Bodine. He's in the studio here. This is Bodine. Bodine, let's give him that little saying we used to say before each fight, you know. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble. That's Bodine. And he originated this saying, which made people angry. They said the big mouth needs a good whooping. And the night I fought Sonny Liston, I heard a few Southerners at ringside saying, Sonny, knock that nigger out. The nigger talks too much. And we laughed, didn't we? Because his seat cost $250.
Though I have a great deal of respect for his athletic abilities, tremendous unusual coordination, nevertheless, I had never known of any athlete who could remain inactive for 3 years or more and then perform on a level to fight a top contender. When the Ali Jerry Quarry fight was signed, I just had to go down to Atlanta to see for myself how much of his great ability he had lost. It's pretty evident that Muhammad anticipates this, but he knows him very well, evidently, and does anticipate.
The funny bit about this kid is you never know in the gymnasium because you can't. I know. He never does the same thing in the gym he does in the fight.
Well, that's true generally, but
all he does is look to get sharp. And he makes these guys make mistakes and see how he would be in a certain type of situation.
Yeah, how he would take advantage.
That's right.
Yes, I understand that. But see, the thing that bothers me about him is this. Too frequently, whether he's putting on or not, too frequently he's been taking solid punches with a consistency that's bothering me. It bothers me.
Well, I don't blame it bother you. It bothers me also. But this has been this kid from the go.
And not as many times as this, because I have seen him before. And I have seen him take punches yesterday, for example, with a consistency that was really bothering me, because this is a fellow who, while he may take punches, he doesn't like to take these kind of punches, not solid punches, to the head, to the body. No, I can see perfectly.
You know what the answer he gave me, Gus? This is one individual you never figure out. He says, I want to see how it feels to get hit some punches because I haven't been hit in 3.5 years.
Unbelievably, the night before the fight, Muhammad attended the premiere of A.K.A. Cassius Clay film. This was very surprising to me because normally they're home resting or sleeping and getting ready to build up energy. But I guess it was a form of release for him and relaxation, because he loves to watch himself and hear himself. We all do too.
Mohammed, how did you like that?
It was a good picture. But what do you mean Joe Louis can whoop me? What all this stuff about Joe Louis whooping me?
Listen, I don't want to keep you up, but I want to say thanks a million for coming down.
You're going to bring me that film tomorrow, Jack.